What's up, everyone? This is your host, Ghost, coming to you live with another wonderful video. How's everyone doing today? Doing well myself. A little slow this morning. It is what it is. At this point, I'm... Ooh, well, I went loud for some reason. At this point, y'all should probably expect me to be late in them whenever I show up on the mornings. That seems to be the case every single time anyways. So yeah, oh, how's everyone doing today? I am awake-ish. I am here. I'm ready to do this thing. Okay, there we go. Just making sure my audio is good. So got a few topics today. Got a few things we're going to talk about. But first things first, make sure you follow me on at official W Ghost on X, and then of course rumble.com/withghost, twitch.tv at official ghost. No, sorry, at official with ghost, and then youtube.com/withghost or however. But follow me on X. That's the best way to find out where I am. And then definitely follow me on Rumble. Rumble is getting better and better every week, it seems. Rumble just announced that they're about to have an update for Android phones where you can use your Android phone, like the mobile app, to send money and donations and whatnot, I believe, or something to that effect. Basically, you can use your phone to send donations and whatnot, which is good. Big step. It's moving further, better and better every day. So make sure you guys buy some Rumble stock while you have a chance. Currently, it is, let's see, Rumble stock. Hold on. Hold on. It's taking me a bit to look it up. Okay. Currently, it is $6.25. So it's down a bit, but it's been fluctuating a lot lately. But yeah, it's a good time to buy Rumble now as they continue to do better and better each every single time, it seems. Yeah. All right. So that being said, let's get on to today's topics. Today, I'm gonna be, gonna have a decent day. Today, we're going to talk about an OF mom who's mad at her son. The reasoning behind both is surprising, like why she's mad at her son and everything. It's kind of ridiculous when you actually listen to her talk about it. And then when Biden speaks about on Trump, mostly about their age, like their respective ages. Okay, we'll see what he has to say. And then an Indiana lawmaker debates students on gun laws. He makes some good points. They don't. And then a witness in the Fannie Willis case is stumbling apparently to answer the question about Nathan Wade and Fannie Willis having sex at work. And then a wannabe Jim Thot is recording a dude, and then I guess take some really drastic assumptions, I guess. Because we'll just have to watch and then we'll see. And then we got a couple of YouTube shorts that I'm going to speak on. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's get to it. First thing, let's talk about OF mom. Oh, this chick's like super fucking weird and super goddamn annoying. Like I have sensitivity to people's like facial shit and whatnot. Meaning like if people do some weird facial shit, I just instantly get annoyed by them. And that's this OF mom. All right, let's check it out.
I am so pissy today. Just downright motherfuckers today. I had to come up here. I had to come up here at fucking 11 o'clock in the afternoon. That's prime time. That's prime time. If you know what I mean. But listen. So that's partly why I'm cranky. But I'm cranky because my child is 10. I had to come up to the school and I had to pick him up. Why? Why did I have to fucking pick this kid up? I had to pick this kid up because he's a man. Okay, he's a little man. And he's got a weak-ass stomach like fucking most men do. So somebody busted it.
So she's insulting her son, just based on his gender, calling him a weak ass man. She clearly hates men. That's not obvious at this point. She clearly hates men. And she's angry because she has to pick up her son because he got sick at school. Welcome to parenthood, lady. Like, what the fuck is this shit? You're angry that you can't be, fondling yourself for a bunch of random strangers because your son got sick at school and you have to go pick him up. Really? And also, the afternoon is prime time. I would think like more closer to the evening would be prime time, I guess, unless she's like, I don't know, fondling herself for a bunch of dudes in a different time zone. Like, way different, like different continent time zone. But order. All right, let's listen.
Ass in the library. He threw up not one time, not two times, but 3 times in the library. Literally the nurse calls and she's like, "You're gonna have to come pick up your son because he just vomited 3 times in the library, like exorcist style, all over the place." Why? He's not even sick. Some kid farted next to him and he said that it made his stomach feel bad. So I have to interrupt my day because some kid's got a rank asshole? That's a new kind of skid block. What? That's some bullshit. And I was like, does he have to pick it up? Like, can it be like an hour? Can we like work something out? And he was like, he needs to be picked up immediately because he threw up.
Yeah, he threw up 3 times. It may have something to do with way more than just some dude's ranked fart. Like, what the hell is this shit? He threw up 3 times. Probably a concern for the school. No, we can't negotiate you waiting an hour to pick him up just because you want to diddle your little kitty there.
He threw up because he has a weak stomach. What about the kid who busted ass so fucking bad that he cleared out an entire goddamn library? That seems like a problem. He seems like he should get some medical attention. Not my kid. Not my kid who's just got a weak stomach. Damn.
Look, just because your kid doesn't have your experience, taking a bunch of, things down your throat and, getting shit on and all that stuff, doesn't mean he has a weak stomach. He's probably sick if he threw up because of a fart. I'm just saying.
It's not. I'm gonna Kool-Aid man through the side of a wall today. That's what I'm gonna do. Yep, I'm gonna do because I'm pent up and I got a lot of aggression.
So, I'm hoping this is just satirical. It's probably not though. This is some crazy chick. And I don't know. They're thinking it's comedy skit. I don't know. But if this is real, if this is 100% real, then lady, maybe you should just hand him off to his father. And it's funny too because there's a comment here. So what I'm thinking for me, it was when the chick who looks 22 said she was picking up her 10-year-old son. Okay, just because she looks 22 doesn't mean she is 22. There's plenty of women that look look younger than they are. It is what it is. She can look 22, and guess what? She could be 26, 28. Who knows? Also, she has a heavy amount of makeup on. So, like a ridiculous amount. So, that'll help make her younger too. So, I do hope this is a comedy skit, but yeah, for all we know, this is actually real. And some OF chick. And you know what's funny? Even though this is a comedy, maybe a comedy skit, I guarantee there is someone out there that has done this for real. That's actually aggro about having to pick up their kid from school because they're in the middle of the day, boinking themselves for strangers on the internet. But yeah, your son's sick. Go pick him up. It's called being a parent. Welcome to parenthood. Sucks, doesn't it? And if it's such an inconvenience, just give your baby daddy the full custody and let him take care of him. It's another option. No, you like the child support. All right, moving on. Here we go. Here's Joe Biden. He's gonna talk about him and Trump's ages. So let's listen.
All jokes aside, according to recent polling, this is a real concern for American voters. How do you address that concern going forward as you come up to the 2024 election?
Well, a couple things. Number one, you got to take a look at the other guy. He's about as old as I am, but he can't remember his wife's name.
Yeah.
And,
Dude has 3 wives. Okay. If any man hasn't made that slip. Come on. Second off, you don't remember where you are half the time. You seem lost whenever you're getting on and off a stage. You can't climb stairs. Like, what are you talking about? And as old as you are, I think there's a big difference between the ages. As you are entering you're 81, as you are turning 81 while you're entering your second term, he will be leaving his second term as 81. It's kind of a big difference there. He's not about the same age, Biden.
number one. Number two, it's about how old your ideas are. Look, I mean, this is a guy who wants to take us back. He wants to take us back on Roe v. Wade. He wants to take us back on a whole range of issues that are 50, 60 years. They've been solid American positions. And
just because they're solid American positions and they've been around for 50, 60 years doesn't mean that they're good positions. Okay?
and I really mean this sincerely. I think it's about the future.
The future, when there's there's a rise in illegal immigration, lots of people getting murdered by illegal immigrants almost every day. That's the future, Biden.
And every single thing we've done, I think we've got some good things done.
Like what?
Everything, and they told us we couldn't get them done because things were so divided.
All jokes.
Biden tell you can't even remember his wife's name. Yeah, he's had 3 wives. 2. It's probably less that he didn't remember it, more like he slipped up and said someone else's name. It's more than likely happened. Also, you can't remember whether you met with a dead leader or you keep confusing dead leaders with live leaders, thinking they're alive, don't know where you are half the time. You seem confused. Like, there's a whole list of issues with your age, and oh God, he couldn't remember his wife's name. Okay. You couldn't remember when how your son died. No, was it when your son died? You couldn't remember when you were vice president. Like, come on. Don't try this memory thing, Biden. You have far worse memory problems than Trump does. All right. And also, you've been on the stage a lot more. Everyone just sees that you look confused about every little thing that's going on in the world. It's kind of funny if it wasn't so damn sad. All right. So let's move on. This might be a short show today. Not a big deal. All right. So this is the Indiana lawmaker who debated some students on gun laws. Let's listen.
So, do you mean by carrying it?
Yes, I'm carrying it right now.
See, and nothing about that makes me feel safe, though.
Guess what, kid? I know this is like news to you, but not everyone has to make you feel safe. It's not always about you, lady.
I'm saying nothing about someone carrying a gun makes me feel safe.
That's because you're a moron.
It makes me feel threatened. Okay. Why do you?
I love it. Those are feelings. I'm talking about facts. Exactly. I don't feel safe with someone carrying a gun. Why? Like, why? Because guess what? You know what you're really not going to feel safe is if, some armed intruder comes in and starts, blasting everyone that you see. That's really going to make you feel unsafe. And guess what? Odds are this guy here, this lawmaker with the gun, is more than likely to draw his gun and at least try, potentially succeed in taking the gunman down before he gets to you. Then you wouldn't feel so unsafe now, would you?
You feel the need to carry that?
To be able to defend myself.
So you think when you come here that someone's going to
There are people.
intentionally hurt
Okay,
you?
look at the crime rate in Indiana or in Indianapolis. People get shot.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Oftentimes, more often by people that are multiply convicted on felony accounts. These are people that shouldn't have guns. The law says you cannot have a gun. The law is not something. When the law didn't stop them the first time, the law didn't stop them the second, third, or fourth time. These are people that don't care about how many laws we put on the books. And not truly.
He really has a good point there. Like, a lot of these shootings happen. It's someone that's not even supposed to, have a gun. They have a lot of felony convictions or they're underage, whatever. And they still obtain the weapon and they still use it for ill intent. And the law did not stop them. Okay. They didn't prevent them from doing anything because they just went and did it illegally. Because that's what people with ill intent, what criminals do. They just ignore the law and they do whatever they want. And sure. And all these anti-gun activists just don't seem to understand this, is that just because you outlaw something doesn't mean it's actually outlawed. What it really means is that it's outlawed to law-abiding citizens. Nothing that you outlaw is outlawed to criminals. Because guess what? They don't care. They're just going to do it anyways. They do not care. So, some of these laws are fairly pointless because all it does is affect law-abiding citizens. It doesn't hurt criminals because they're going to do it anyways. Now, I know there's that argument. Well, there's, then should we just not have laws at all? No. We can have laws. Laws prevent a majority of society from doing something bad. But these gun laws specifically target law-abiding citizens for, exercising a right. That's all it does. It doesn't do any good at all. Like, having a law saying you can't murder someone, yeah, that prevents a lot of people from murdering people. Absolutely. But the laws, gun laws, their intent is to prevent someone from doing X, but what the law ends up targeting is the majority of people who it ends up targeting weren't going to do the thing in the first place. And they were just going to own the gun because, it's a really dumb attempt to correct a completely different problem. The guns aren't the ones shooting people. It's the people that are, criminals, mentally ill. They're the ones shooting people. So your target should be focused on them and not on an inanimate object that can't do shit unless someone else is behind it with ill intent. Because guess what? That firearm can do just as much good as it can do bad, depending on the person wielding it. And the gun laws don't do anything to prevent any of the bad acts that you really want to end up, preventing. Simple as that. All right. So yeah, I would love. Maybe I can find like the full debate. I'd love to see the full debate on that. Maybe I can check that out and find it out. All right. So this is a witness in the Fannie Willis hearing. Ed, who apparently has trouble answering questions about Fannie and Wade having sex at work.
How do you have knowledge? What knowledge? Well, you just told us. You told us Mr. Wade told you. So tell us what Mr. Wade told you about Miss Willis and Mr. Wade meeting at the Evans office.
Objection, Your Honor. Privilege. This clearly covers the time after December 2018 that would be covered by the privilege.
Yeah, overruled. You recall the question, Mr. Bradley?
I do not.
You re-asked the question, Ms. Merchant.
What did you learn from Mr. Wade? I was clarified that's where you learned it from. About Mr. Wade and Miss Willis meeting at the Evans office together.
I don't object to asked and answered. He's testified that
He hasn't answered. We haven't heard an answer.
He testified he had one conversation with Mr. Wade in the back of his law
Judge,
office.
No, and his answer may change. So
Take him off as to how to answer the question.
I can't recall what the conversation was. I do recall knowing that he would go down to the office or had been down to the office, but I can't tell you in what capacity or when or any of that. No.
Mr. Wade told you that they had sex at that office, though, correct?
I don't recall him saying that. No.
You don't recall it.
No.
So it's possible he did say that. You just don't remember one way or another?
I do not remember him saying that.
Another witness is clearly lying. Come on. He's struggling. He's like, I don't remember. He told me he was banging that booty cheeks. I don't remember. I don't. Please stop. All right. Interesting. It's weird how much he struggled answering a couple simple questions. I don't recall. Yes, he told me, they would go down to the office. I don't remember whether he said they were going to have sex. Is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. I just don't remember. All right. That was just a short little update on the Fannie Willis thing. Apparently, someone is getting recalled to the stand. And apparently, Nathan Wade's phone records don't match up with what his testimony was. So we'll see that on Friday. Whether I'll cover it, I don't know. All right. So this is a wannabe gym Thot. Now, this is a bald-headed chick, I think. And she's recording herself working out, maybe. But she ends up capturing this guy in the red and apparently has some sort of thought.
I was so uncomfortable. I was so uncomfortable.
You're so uncomfortable, but you continue to record and work out? I don't know about the rest of you. If I'm uncomfortable with something, I generally just leave the situation. I don't know about you. That's what I generally do.
So I finally get around to my set. Now I want you to notice he's looking around everywhere. Make sure.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to look at your ass. Like this chick is just like superposing that, oh, I'm so attractive that he's definitely checking me out. No, you're a bald-headed chick. Okay. Very few people find bald-headed chicks attractive. Okay. He's looking around because he's just relaxing and he doesn't want to stare at your ass because he would probably think that's rude. And he probably sees that you're recording him. So if he stared at your ass, you'd probably be like, you're staring at my ass.
His hand. And just briefly, after he walks through, you can see that he's going to lift his camera up. He's going to take a quick Snapchat with the finger.
I do love how she just assumes, like, she has this delusion that I am so hot that he's definitely taking a photo of my ass and stuff. No, he's not. Look, he's not. I don't care what you think. He's not taking care. Look, let's just keep it real. All right. There are a bunch of other chicks in there that are way hotter than her. Okay. If he's going to take it, if out of everyone in that gym, all those hot chicks, I've been going to the gym. There's plenty of fucking hot chicks wearing these skimpy ass shit, tight ass shit. All right. You don't rise to the level of, I'm going to take a picture of this so I can masturbate to it later. Like, no, you're delusional.
You put it right back down. When I was not looking, of course, because that's what predators do. Fucking creep. And I am so glad that I did not see you do this, because if I did, I'd be in jail and you'd be in the hospital.
Look, I don't care how much she's working out. All right. She ends up attacking this dude. She's going to the floor. He's not going to be in the hospital What are you gonna do? I don't care how much you're lifting, lady. You're not gonna put some dude in the hospital. Like, stop it.
Bitch.
This is one of the worst videos I've ever had to do. Women are absolutely victims of harassment in the gym, but you are not one of them. This man is not taking a photo of you, which everyone in the comments, men and women, seems to get but you. It looks to me like he lifts his phone up slightly to use facial recognition to unlock it. Not to mention his finger is literally over the camera lens, and at that angle, he'd be taking a photo of the ground, not you. Then you go and you threaten this man. You call him a predator and you share the location of his gym? Really? This gym, Choose Fitness, should kick your ass out. And that man, if possible, should press charges against you. You need to do better.
She's just so delusional, thinking that, oh, I am so damn attractive that this guy definitely is taking a picture of me, even though he's covering the camera. He's clearly using facial like no one takes a picture that quick. No one goes psh, real quick. He's clearly trying to unlock his phone. It's really obvious, but it's crazy to me that this chick just is so deluded in her thinking that I am so goddamn attractive that this guy just, there's no other reason for this guy to be lifting up his phone but to take a picture of me. I'm so fucking hot. I'm so sexy. No, you're not. You're a disgusting bald-headed broad, okay? You're not that hot. Like, look, there's like I keep saying, there's like bunches of other chicks that are fitter, far more attractive, have hair, like he's not taking a picture of you, lady. Out of all those chicks, he's not taking a picture of you. No way, no how. It's not happening. I don't care what you think. Fucking delusional. Calling this poor guy a predator. This dude just sitting here minding his own business. And this is why, men nowadays just aren't wanting to hang out with women or deal with women, because every time, we're in our environment with a bunch of broads and chicks and all that shit. I said broads, chicks, like they're two different things. But, a bunch of chicks, we have to have this bit of fear nowadays. Like, if I look the wrong way, if I do something the wrong way, if I lift up my phone the wrong way, is some chick gonna flip out on me and try and call me a fucking predator or psychopath for just minding my own business? We can't mind our own business without being afraid that some chick is gonna come up and scream at us for, harassing her for when we're not doing anything, because they have just this need for attention, this desire for attention that, if a guy even glances your way, he must be checking you out, and how dare he? Like, look, ladies, I'll admit, guys are horny. We want to fuck women, okay? We want to fuck all you women, okay? Because we love you, find you attractive, we want to hit you, all right? But that doesn't mean we're checking you out every single minute of every single day, okay? Like, especially if we're at the gym, we're on our mission, trying to lose some weight or gain some muscles. Maybe we'll glance at you, but a majority of men aren't going to take pictures. It's way too much work. Oh, God, that chick just annoys the shit out of me. She's had this delusion that she's so hot that everyone just must be checking her out. That guy must have been checking her out. But it's not. It's not the truth. He wasn't. He didn't care two shits about you. I think that's actually what she's really angry about. I think she realized he wasn't taking a picture of her, and she was very angry about that. She's like, here I am, doing my set, having my ass in the air. And yes, I understand that that's actually how you do that type of workout. I understand. I'm just being, sarcastic here. And he didn't find me attractive enough to take a picture of me for later. How dare he? Oh, man. Fucking women. Swear to God. Taking the fun out of everything. Can't even hang out in the gym, be on our phone while we cool down, while we take a break from a workout. All right, so here are the YouTube shorts. And then I got something on tape, which is hilarious. We'll check that out here in a little bit. All right, so Dr. Phil and let's see, Amala Ekpunambi. She was on the Dr. Phil show, and she was talking about how Coca-Cola is trying to make people less white. And what makes them white? Well, let's find out.
is getting a lot of attention for some of their sensitivity training with their employees. Your comment was that in part they're teaching some of their employees how to be, quote, less white.
Absolutely.
How the hell do you do that?
Well, I'd like to make the point that it's not just Coca-Cola that is engaging in this sort of activity and
I'm
these
just
sort of
using that as an
trainings.
example.
Yeah, it's a great example, and it's happening in corporations and in schools all across America, and they are effectively teaching people. Coca-Cola said, quote, how to be less white. They assume that things.
Okay, now this is hilarious. What Coca-Cola considers to be white. And it's really a bigotry of low expectations. And it's really amazing how racist some of these people really are, that they have such low opinion of minority people that they that they basically snitch on themselves and reveal themselves to be a racist. And some of these fucking people, okay, are so fucking dumb. They really think that companies like this and people like this, that have these views, they think they're on their side, but they're really not. They're actually far more racist than the MAGA fucking Proud Boy, whatever that you call a racist. Because that guy doesn't give two shits about what color your skin are. They just care about the values you hold. While Coca-Cola and these liberals and leftist snowflakes think that your race determines everything about you and you're really lower class than them. That's what they really think. That's why they want to help you so badly. So let's listen to what Coca-Cola deems to be white and what white people need to do less of.
Things like being a perfectionist, engaging in or having a response to objectivity, having a neutral or a nuclear family. These
a nuclear family is white. There's just black people. All right, you guys don't have nuclear families, okay? You're not white enough to be nuclear. What is this? So basically, to be white, all right, you're basically a protective member of society. Like that's what Coca-Cola is basically saying. All right, let's listen.
These are inherently extensions of whiteness.
Listening to John Mayer.
According to Coca-Cola, these are extensions of whiteness, and they actually engaged in trainings where they taught their employees how to be less white.
Coca-Cola.
I just want to see this training. If that's like some of the examples she has, I want to see this training so bad. Like basically a productive member of society is white. That's like if you're a basic member of society, you're being white. That's what it basically was for me. Like a nuclear family. Nuclear families are the backbone of our society. Nuclear families used to be very popular with the black community as well. All families, but the black community really used to have very strong family ties. And then welfare and all that shit happened. It started up, and all of a sudden the nuclear family got broken up. And it amazes me that just having a nuclear family is considered being white now. Like, goddamn, like the bigotry of low expectations. It's just amazing to me. And there's these idiots here just continue to they probably would praise Coca-Cola for their training being less white, not realizing Coca-Cola is fairly racist considering like if that's what they consider as being white. Like a basic productive member of society is white, and like you have no faith that a black person can do that or a Hispanic or whatever. Like it blows my mind. They like these companies, these liberals and everything that think this way. Leftists, sorry, not liberals, but that think this way, okay? They truly do think that, black people, Hispanics, whatever, people of color, however you want to fucking call it, they really think you guys are lower class, that you require their help to bring you up. When you don't, you just need to like stop playing a victim and stop being a slave to the government. Cause like that's basically what happened. Like, black people they gained their freedom, they fought for the freedom, gained it. Okay, and they were free, and they traded one master for another, basically. They went from being, a group of them being owned by one person to all of them being owned by an entity, the government. That's all welfare does, is make a slave out of you. And if you ignore that, you resist being a slave to the government and just go out and do it for your own, you end up becoming your own person and truly gaining some freedom. It's ridiculous. Being a West white. Being a perfectionist is white. It's fucking hilarious. Oh my God. I love when these people are like racist without even trying. All right. So this is a clip between Charlie Clerk and Hassan Piker, and then it ends up and Charlie actually makes a good point about this. And we'll see that here real quick, but let's just listen to their argument in the beginning. The reason this is going viral is because Charlie Kirk goes in at a Cenk Yeager, the guy who wants to fuck horses, I think it was, or some sort of animal. So let's listen to their debate.
That are suffering in this country. So Hassan, why don't you give 95% of your money away and go live on a commune? Do you really think that that's...
See, like that, he makes such a good point, and it took me so long to really realize this is all these people, all of them that have this belief of socialism and all that stuff, blah 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 blah. You never really see them put their money where their mouth is. They never use their own money. They want to use everyone else's money, but I can't think of a socialist person that uses their own money to promote their ideas, to live by what they say. They don't give a majority of their money away to various whatever, to random people or anything like that, whatever socialist views they have. And it is even Hassan's fucking argument. You think it's that easy? Okay, well, hey, if it's a good idea and it's hard, you should still do it, right? Because it's a good idea. It's a good idea. You should strive to do it every way. When you listen to people that are free marketers, capitalists, whatever, they practice what they preach. When you check out socialists, they never practice what they preach. They want to use other people's money instead of their own.
That's how it works? Do you really think that's how it works? Go live what you preach. Because every single
This is as
you
silly.
talk uninterrupted for 5 minutes. Hassan, let me
Okay,
finish.
go ahead. Sorry, you're right. You're right.
live
You're right.
what I practice.
Make
I'm
your
a free
ridiculous
market
tweet,
capitalist. I
point.
employ people. I took a risk. I have my own startup business. Every single day, I practice what I preach. He wants other people to contribute to what he considers to be a good idea, what he considers will make the world a better place. That you have the freedom to go live as a socialist. Go do it, Hassan. What's stopping you?
Point is larger than that, Charlie.
See, look, the point is larger than that. See, it's always a deflection. It's always a deflection. Well, it's a bigger point than that. Blah, 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 blah. All he's saying is practice what you preach. All right. If you want to be if you want to, promote the ideas, then do what you're saying. Practice what you preach. But you're not. You just want to spend other people's money.
Live like a capitalist every single day,
Hey,
Cenk.
guys.
I live as a capitalist.
Hey,
I live what I believe.
No.
What do? I get charity every single year.
Hold on.
What's
Check him out.
Hold on. Less than it.
Charlie,
Come
take
on, Cenk. Let's go.
Charlie,
What are you doing?
take a seat. Take a seat.
Psycho?
All right, no. Take a seat. You're gonna take a seat.
Psycho.
You're gonna take a seat over
Oh
here.
my God.
There are people that are.
It's just amazing. Yeah. So that's why the clip went viral. I was only interested in the Charlie Kirk and Hassan interaction. And like I said, Charlie makes a very good point. These socialists never practice what they preach. They always want to spend other people's money. And it's amazing. All right. And of course, the whole Charlie Kirk versus Cenk Yeager, that was pretty cool too. But largely uninteresting. Nothing was really going to happen. All right. Now, this is hilarious. So this was someone who said the quiet part out loud on the Bill Maher show, and I am loving it. So let's listen.
In this shooting, by the way, the Super Bowl shooting.
We have some idea.
What?
See, now I know what you're thinking. He's like, what is she trying to say? She's being racist. Well, listen to her explanation.
If it were a white man shooting, we'd know.
It's true. It's 100% true. How many times have we seen a white person going and shooting up someplace, and we know like that? We know, plastered everywhere. White man commits mass shooting every single time. When it's a black, trans, That's always quiet. That's always quiet for a while. It takes alternative media for it to come out. Look, even the black guy here is laughing. He's like, shit, she's speaking truth right now. She's like, shit, she's speaking truth right now.
We don't know, but they haven't.
That's how we know it's not a white man. I can tell you that much.
Do you think they're repressing that reporting?
They wouldn't tell us about the transgender woman that shot up the Christian school for what, like a year? San Bernardino out here. Remember the crazy terrorist Muslims? That's when I first noticed, they're not telling us who it is. It's not a white male.
We have several
That lady be speaking so much facts. Oh man, she's 100% right. If this were a white male, we would fucking know, because we always know when it's a white male. We always know, and she's right. She's really right, and it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. She's 100% right on this. Like, if it were a white male, we'd know. We would know if this was a white male. It was really funny because you can see Bill Maher all stunned, like, I mean, she's speaking facts. She's speaking facts. Can't hate the facts speaking. All right. Let's check out this. So this is an Andrew Tate clip. Romanian authorities pulled over Andrew Tate and made him do a random drug test. They're trying so hard, people.
Agenții l-au oprit în zona
They're trying
Pipera și
so
pe Andrew
hard.
Tate, care a fost testat pentru droguri și alcool. Polițiștii au verificat inclusiv mașina.
In order for the sponge to take your saliva, okay? When this bulb it's blue, we can put it inside the droplets, okay? Do you understand?
Yep. Under my tongue, yes?
And under your tongue, on the cheeks, inside your cheeks, wherever you have saliva.
Rezultatul a fost negativ și în cazul fostului luptător. Tot în Ilfov,
And it ends up being completely
în zona
negative.
Pipera și pe Andrew Tate,
That
care
was
a fost
hilarious.
testat pentru droguri și alcool. Polițiștii au verificat inclusiv mașina.
So there you go. So it was just hilarious how all right. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, they're trying so hard with Andrew Tate. They're trying so hard to get him that they just randomly drug test him for no reason, and it goes all negative. Shocking. I know. We're all surprised, right? All right, we're gonna watch this clip here. Andrew Wilson, the guy who's on the Crucible. You see him on the whatever podcast. Sorry, I'm watching some of his content. I'm enjoying it a lot because he's really a good debater. So let's listen to this, because he was on Access Vegas, and these women just fucking like they don't like him. They just exploded because he just like, let's just listen.
I think if you like, for example, you probably have some incredible knowledge that I would find really interesting and useful and probably change my mind on some things. But I think the way you come across is so like
it's how you said, not what you said. This is what's the common problem with women these days. It's like it's how you say things. Doesn't necessarily mean what you said. It's how you say things.
like off-putting, where it's like I'm immediately defensive. I'm like, why are you being like that? You know,
I
like
can tell you why.
Well, hold on. Let me finish. What I was gonna say is like,
You know, also, I just want to point out, because I watched the whole episode. This blonde chick here. All right. So first off, some background. She's a second lieutenant or was a second lieutenant or something in the army. Blah 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 blah. Yada yada yada. And she got really irritated when people would interrupt her, but then she constantly interrupt, like not this exchange particular, but I noticed she constantly was interrupting people throughout the entire show, but was really upset when people were interrupting her. It's kind of funny.
like I would love to have a conversation with you and listen to what you have to say, but just it would
Then why don't you just listen to what he says and have a conversation? Stop caring about how he says things and just listen to what he says.
be nice if you would at least try to do it from a place of education and, you know, sharing ideas instead of like slam dunking.
But that's what I've been doing.
That's not how
Right.
it's being
I don't
received.
feel that way.
No, that's not how it's being received.
Yeah, I don't feel that way.
I
can tell you why.
That's literally what she's saying. She's like, that's not how it's being received. Yeah, that's not how you feel. You don't feel like it's being educational, but just because he doesn't say it in the way you like it doesn't necessarily mean it's not being educational.
I could That's what totally you're see saying. why. I don't feel that
No,
way.
I think
Yeah.
everybody here at
Look,
the table, I don't know, except for you, I'm not speaking for you.
they don't feel that way.
I promise you that you are definitely coming across as rude and condescending.
Just so you know.
Just because you're a fucking idiot and you're literally proving his point. I don't feel that way. Who cares about your feelings?
Oh, because you're engaged in a meta conversation. You're having a conversation about the conversation. I don't care about the conversation about the conversation. I care about the conversation. So,
Andrew, you're gonna have to say that slower for her. That went right over her head.
don't care if it sounds bad or it sounds mean or it sounds rude or there's nothing I'm saying which is untoward. I'm just looking at the conversation itself. That's
But I
it.
disagree with that because you're
See? I disagree with that. I don't care what you think or feel. I'm telling you what I am trying to convey. And if you could get out of your head and just listen to what I'm saying instead of letting your feelings get in your way, then guess what? You probably have a better time.
doing it while also like mimicking
You're
the
still
girl.
having a meta conversation.
Nope. You're disrespectful to the girls when you're making fun of their voices.
That's still a meta conversation.
No, I'm sorry, but it's nothing to do with the topic. You are
What is the
You
topic?
are moving away from the
What
topic.
is the topic?
Well,
He
right
made fun of
now,
her voice Right now, it's the meta conversation is the topic. And I'm not interested in the meta conversation. I'm interested in the
I'm
topic.
going to be interested about nothing you have to say while you're being disrespectful.
See, look, this is chick's just a giant cunt. I'm not gonna be interested in anything when you say while you're being disrespectful. No. You think he's being disrespectful. He's just having a conversation. And I would like to point this out too. They're complaining, oh, you're making fun of his voice, blah, 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 blah. You know, Andrew I don't really think he really did much of coming at the girls unless they came at him first.
There's nothing
Going back
disrespectful
to
to
our
meta conversation.
I'll not
You want to
ask.
ask me?
Well, I was going to ask when his last relationship was and how that ended.
He's married. No,
Okay.
he's got one. Yeah, he's got a good one at home.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Takes
Well,
care
that's
of him.
why I was wondering because it
brings him
felt,
coffee
it
and
felt
cigarettes.
like
It felt.
I just don't understand like
I'm
where
an incel. Right?
that wasn't an
And I hate
assumption.
my mama.
No, what I was feeling from the way that you are speaking is that there's some kind of like hatred towards women. That's where it feels like there's
No,
a lot of
you have
angst
hatred
behind the
towards
words that
men.
you're saying. And that's simply why I wanted to ask
So-
the question. I was
Sure. Yeah,
thinking in
so-
my head that it was possible
So let me respond.
that you had
just
a
so you know.
bad
So
interaction.
from my perspective,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I do aggressive, high-level online debates with some of the most brutal personalities you can imagine, and I beat them. The thing is like
particularly from South America.
All I'm looking at, all I'm looking at here, that's not disrespectful.
I mean, I wouldn't do that. I
All
didn't
right,
do that.
that's not disrespectful.
I wouldn't do that.
Just what I do.
Greta,
is
You did- you
disrespectful.
didn't- Greta, he's really good.
I wouldn't.
But
You didn't see
anyway,
me do it.
the
You
seal
didn't,
clap.
you didn't see me
So
do
anyway,
it.
what I'm saying,
Yeah, you're right. You didn't see you do it, but you didn't hit her down. You didn't get mad at her for being disrespectful to him. You don't give two shits about him. Everyone can be disrespectful to him, but if they're towards you, oh, God forbid. Or if they're towards a woman, oh, God forbid. Shut up, lady.
is that for me, I'm not looking for this is my meta analysis. This is what I think about what I think. This is what I think about the conversation that we're having. I'm just interested in actually what the conversation is, so we can just get into it.
I
We can figure out
agree.
what's going on.
But while you're telling me you're not interested in the conversation about
Don't
the
tell me how
conversation,
you feel right now,
I'm not
please.
telling you how I feel. I'm telling you exactly what you did.
No, you're
you
telling him what
distracted
you
from the
feel.
topic of the conversation
making you
when
feel
you
bad?
nope when you degraded the woman that you
I
were
didn't
speaking
degrade
to.
anybody. It just
you
made
did.
you feel bad because that's how you felt.
No, you made fun of someone.
Who?
All the women at the table, by
When?
the way, several times throughout this
Go
conversation.
ahead and name
Roll
one of
the
the
tape.
insults.
When you were saying,
this is what irritates the shit out of me with these things is you ask them to pinpoint something specific and they're like, just roll back the tape. It's been all like if you can't name a single instant, then shut the fuck up.
when you were mimicking their voice,
After the one insulted me,
you did it multiple times. not
after
just
they
then.
insulted me,
You did it
so
multiple times.
After I was insulted.
Okay,
it's
well
just
then.
See, look. You see that? After I was insulted, after I was disrespected first, I disrespected back. Simple as that. But you have an issue with me disrespecting, not them disrespecting.
It's the tone behind it. Like
So
earlier,
we
like
can
we're not trying to
insult
fuck
you,
you
you
guys.
just gotta
That's all
say it.
that.
Is that what you're saying?
No,
You're
I'm saying
really
if you,
sensitive.
why is it? If
I
you
never
hit,
said
I
we
hit
could
back,
insult you.
That's on me.
No,
not on you.
I never said we could insult you. I just
Yes,
said
you did. Yes, you did. You basically said that because you're giving him shit for mocking some chick's voice, whatever. And he pointed out after they insulted me, and you glossed over that. You didn't give two shits.
I wouldn't do that. Respectfully, I wouldn't do
No one
that.
gives two shit about what you do. It's what you're condoning. You're condoning the women disrespecting him, but you don't like it if he's just disrespecting the woman.
time I open my mouth, I can see like little beeps, like his eyes twitch, like he wants to like say something.
All right, Joy, give me the screen again, Joy.
Well, actually, I'm gonna say the reason why.
Go ahead, Loretta.
The reason
finish.
why I did that in the beginning is because the moment we sat down, he stared down at me for like 20 seconds when
Oh
he had
my
an
God,
issue
this
with the
chick
volume
is
of the
so
microphone, and he
delusional.
was disrespectful to me from the jump. You can disagree.
This chick's so dumb. He was staring at me for like 20 seconds. Ladies, I just want to give you a hint. Sometimes we just stare off. We're not looking at anything in particular. We're spacing out. We're just staring. Like, you don't know how many times I just stood there and just stared at something. I'm not looking at anything. I'm just staring into nothingness, not really caring about my surroundings. You know how often I do that? I do that a bunch of times. And again, this delusional female, she thinks it's all about her. He's specifically looking at her, specifically not staring at her. No, he's not staring at you. Trust me.
Me all you want, but
What the hell are you talking about?
Okay, but you're so in your head that you don't even see reality. and how you
Loretta,
treat people at the
I
table.
don't know why
think it's
he'd be
the
staring at you for
He was
20
like
seconds.
this.
But why? Like why? Like could it be the fact that he's a Cowboys fan and he's looking at the thing behind
Absolutely
you?
not.
Like
He
there's
was
there could,
She's 100% sure. It's 100% he was staring at me. We space out, lady.
be some
dead
other
in my
reason.
eyes.
I'm having for 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Okay, I don't know.
The entire time that the guy was under this thing fixing the volume, and he was like, being like, it's too
Sometimes
high,
we're
low.
just
The entire
staring
time
in
he
a
was like
direct.
this.
It's sometimes we're just staring in a direction. You know.
No, it was very maybe.
Back to
maybe
your
it's so-
corners, everybody. Go back to your corners.
Yeah. So Andrew Wilson really got under these chicks' skin for some reason. These chicks were really upset about him. And I don't understand why. They were really like, I don't fucking know. They were very upset about Andrew Wilson. And he just owned him. And you know what's funny too is one of their biggest complaints during the show was like, oh, you bring these dumb 21-year-olds, blah, 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 and then you just make them look stupid. No, they make themselves look stupid, just like these women did. All these women just made themselves look stupid because all they really talked about like 50% of the time were their feelings and how much they felt about something and how bad they felt. And it was kind of funny and kind of annoying at the same time. So I don't understand how these guys can do it all the time. I can barely deal with I barely want to deal with my wife's emotions. I do because it's my job, but like if I had to deal with a bunch of chicks' emotions, it'd be too exhausting for me. I'd be too tired. All right, so that's all I got for the day. I called an audible, and I really want to do a look at the podcast Andrew Wilson is on. I'm really liking his stuff. I'm thinking I'm watching more and more of his stuff. So he's awesome. He's really good to watch. So I highly recommend his show if you guys are interested. So that's all we got for today. Ooh, sorry. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that like button. Hit that thumbs up wherever you are, especially if you're on Rumble. Hit the like button. It's extremely important. Hit the thumbs up button. Pound it. Punch it. I hope you guys have a good day. Peace out, and I'll see you guys later.